beer. You guys still don't do the chug thing anymore, do you?
We can for you, baby.
Yeah, if you want. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from Austin, Texas. Joined with my co-host Dakota. Dakota, who do we got this week?
Oh boy, we have him all the time. It's our boy Colton, way out from the West Coast. He's got a lot of opinions to drop. We had to bring him back in for an expertise opinion. Dakota Drake coming from Atlanta, East Coast to West Coast. We're going racing. Let's start this thing off, Colton.
And Central Coast. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock flag and eagle. Yeah, is that lagging for anybody else, or is that just me?
Kind of spotty. I didn't know if it was my internet or what, but
Okay.
I'm rolling with it.
Every time we get 3 people on here, it gets laggy. Notice that. So, welcome back. By the way, Colton, you might appreciate this. Only somebody from Atlanta would call Wyoming the West Coast.
Right.
Yep.
I was just thinking he's out there. He's out there, the West, whatever, dude. I'm not a geographer.
The geographic center of the United States.
No.
Whatever. Hey, you know
There's
what?
no
one
way
even knows
that's
where
right.
you're so far out there, no one even knows where you are, dude.
Kansas
Bingo.
is the center. Kansas
It's
is the
on
center.
the Kansas-Nebraska border, about
Yeah.
half the way in Nebraska, Kansas, like 250 miles from my house.
Okay. All right, that's fair. All right. You got me on that one. So we have a friend of the show.
Dalton.
What up, douchebags? Here we are.
Dalton going to be attending Atlanta this weekend. Can't wait to get with you, boy.
The douchiest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It says,
well, he's a Kyle Busch fan. Where do we start?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it says I have bad signal on my
You
computer
do.
right now. So I don't know why. I'm hooked up with the Ethernet cable. I don't know. I should be fine, but if it gets out of hand, let me know, and I'll just let y'all two take over.
I hear you just fine.
Am I laggy? Is that what it is?
Yeah, your audio is damn near perfect. It's just your screen will like kind of chunk every once in a while.
What about this?
Yeah, don't do that.
Did that fuck with it?
A little bit. Don't do that.
So welcome everybody back. We took a little bit of a break for 4th of July. Obviously, we're celebrating America. So
Hell yeah.
You know, and me and Dakota both looked hella cool this 4th of July with our yeets.
Dude, I was rocking it.
Tell.
I woke up slamming beers and just cutting grass and celebrating freedom.
I was out in West Texas,
was awesome.
You know, living the cowboy life, rocking my yeets. So everybody go to yeetsofficial.com, 10% off, discount code Chairgatin. Colton's about to have a pair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Our guest winner. We had to bring him on.
Yep.
He was slamming Twitter like a girl on prom night. I mean, it was
Yeah.
He was
I
just
had
slamming
to turn
them
off
comments,
notifications. he blew up my phone. Notifications turned off. Really got annoying, but very successful giveaway. First giveaway. I mean, it blew up so much that I had to eventually give away 2 pairs. I was only going to give away one. I had to give away one to Colton on Twitter and one to someone that won on Instagram because it just blew up that much. So
I mean, we're rolling in it, boys. I'm just glad everybody's hopping on the train.
Yep, we're happy. So we all watched the race. I watched what I could and then had to watch highlights because I'm in West Texas and there's no such thing as service out there. What did we think of the race? I know this podcast usually isn't fans of road courses, but Dakota?
I mean, dude, I said last week I was going to be optimistic going into this bad boy, and I totally was. I had an open mind, and through the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I was fairly pleased. Like, I like this track better in Mid-Ohio, honestly. I know Cutler didn't go there, but, like, I was like, this is a better Road America, dude. I liked it. I just hate how freaking long it was. I'm sure we'll get into this in a second, but damn the caution laps and the stages and stuff. But the racing wise, the tire wear was significant, which is awesome. Racing wise, there was comers and goers, and the cream rose to the top. The fast guys that started in the back got all the way to the front, and they stayed there. And as usual, Chase Elliott gets his 6 of 8 road course wins. When does this stop? I'm tapping out, dude.
When does Hendrick stop? Essentially, let's just put that all together.
I don't even know, dude.
Yeah, no,
it's rough.
Good race, like you mentioned, comers and goers. The tire wear was a huge factor. You could see who used their stuff up super early in the run, and really started to fade back after that. Man, this isn't better than Mid Ohio. Damn it!
Oh yeah, that's a hot take. Hot take from over here.
Mid Ohio is the best road course in America. Close second.
Yeah, maybe if you're Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know. Mid Ohio is the best, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm agreeing with you. The laps are too damn long, dude. At one point, they were under caution for 30 minutes, and they only burned like 4 pace laps.
Yeah.
They just need to. I thought a big issue was that they kept closing pit road when it didn't need to be closed. Like, why the fuck do they need to close pit road if there's a wrecking turn? You know, like I don't get.
Listening to DBC, they said that there was a issue where they were like, "Hey, pit road's still closed because the field's catching up," and then the guys that was catching up didn't even fucking pit. So it's like they just wasted a whole nother 2 laps, which is like 20 minutes there.
Yep.
You know what trend I'm starting to notice, which is really ironic, is every single time that we're going to a road course, this podcast talks about how we're so tired of the road courses. But every single time we review these races, we always have positive things to say.
That's enough right there. I didn't say I had positive things. I have a whole list of complaints. I just wasn't going to go down these rabbit holes. But
let me hear them. I'd love when you get negative.
Dude, I don't know. I was actually pleased with the road course. However, there's just like a fucking fifth of me that's like, we should be in Daytona right now. It's 4th of July. We should have raced Daytona Saturday night. Yeah, whatever. And numbers. And we should have been in Daytona. It's a classic. It'll always be in my heart. I grew up watching Daytona July races. That's where I was in July. Everybody's like, hey, what are y'all doing for the 4th? I'm in fucking Daytona. That's what I'm doing. And turns out we're at Road America. The name fits, I guess.
The name fits. Do you think rain? Do you think rain was one of the issues
dude,
why they wanted to move it?
If you're in Florida, it's gonna rain. I know it usually gets us at Daytona, but sometimes it doesn't. But it was.
I think July is the rainy season. At least it is like here in Texas. So I don't know.
Well, like they tried. I feel like it was a flop. They tried the Brickyard last year, which I feel like could have been a big success had we had fans. COVID shit that to bed, but it's like. They could have gave the Brickyard one more run at least with fans and seen how it did, but it's okay. We went road course racing. It was weird. The crowd looked freaking awesome there. It looked like a good time. I've never been to a road course race, but everybody said they were having fun. You know, our boy Rusty was there. He was having a good time posting some pics. It looked fun. However, I mean, I don't know what road course life is like. But
it's weird.
If I had to guess, after an all of NASCAR fandom, I'm going to give this like a 7.5 out of 10.
So just to be clear, your only real gripes was that we're not at Daytona.
Sounds like
okay.
Yeah.
The race is too long. Fucking caution laps were too long. Fuck Chase Elliott. I feel like for the cautions, we could have had like a half breakthrough. And people are like, what about fuel mileage? It's like, well, these engineers should adapt that cut through into their fucking plan. Hey, let's have this track's like 4 miles long. Let's do like a shortcut on the caution laps and we'll race the full lap under green. I don't know what we need to do, but maybe go to some shorter road courses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colton, what was your issues? Do you prefer Daytona for 4th of July or?
Well, yes, I do prefer Daytona just because that's tradition. That's what we always did. You know, I remember 4th of July, we'd sit around. We'd watch the Daytona race, and then we'd go light off fireworks afterward. That was kind of what we did always. But now this year, I just kind of sat around and watched Road America. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I liked the race. My biggest gripe was the caution laps and then the whole pit road being closed thing. I thought really fucking sucked. And also, like, I turned on the race because I went to go do some chores, and I came back, and there's 20 laps to go. I was like, oh, cool, 20 laps to go. I'll get it. You know, I'll watch the finish. Yeah, and they're like 3-minute laps. I was like, fuck, I've been sitting here for an hour watching 20 laps.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. It really throws you off, the time management with the –
I wasn't even going to say it because, you know, I'm trying to be a, vigilante NASCAR fan here. But I was at a cookout, and I had the race on at their house. I had my iPad streaming. I had MRN on my phone. I was like,
very common 4th of July. Yeah.
It's 4th of July. What y'all want me to do? So they had a pool party going on, grilling out, cooking out, and I'm being the loner dad in here watching the race like a loser. And the stage break caution came out or whatever, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a minute. I was like, I'm gonna go dip in the pool and I'll come back. Dude, I went in the pool. I played with my daughter. I was sitting there, and I had it playing on the MRN, so I was like, well, I can still hear it. I got to play with my daughter. And I was like, oh, shit, what's going on with the race? And I was listening, and they're like, well, we just finished stops. And I was like, dude, I've been in the pool for like 15 minutes. Like, I thought I've already missed a couple laps. I'm going to get back and check it out. And I was like, hold on. I got out of the pool, dried off, and they still hadn't gone green. And I was like, dude, what the hell what just happened? Did I miss something? But, I mean, if anything, it gave you a good hot minute to go go to the bathroom, get a beer, flip the burgers. I guess that's what NASCAR was aiming for with this. But caution laps were too long.
By the way, just to give Yeats another shout out, it opens my phone with the visual thing. My other sunglasses don't. So that's pretty sweet.
Dude, I've noticed that at work.
Dude, I know, I'm surprised
I'll be at work. And I'll be like, there's no way it's going to work. And I'll be like,
right.
I'm like, oh, man.
It does it every time. It's wild. My other ones that are like the same, just as big, they don't work for whatever reason. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Chase Elliott won. It was either him or Kyle Larson, I think, is everybody what people were thinking. But, there was some names up there that you like to see.
Dude.
Bell in second. And then we had Briscoe 6th, Ross Chastain 7th, Reddick 8th. Matt Benedetto 10th. So it has been fun this season seeing some of these names running up.
I feel like Bell was a big sleeper here because how many times did he race here in Xfinity probably? And I mean, I had some side bets with some friends and group messages, and I chose Bell as my pick. And when he was running like third, I was like, yeah, boy. I actually thought, totally guessed. But and when he got up second, I was like, dude, Chase Elliott like blows a tire or something? That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like Kurt Busch and Ross Chastain are still both competing for that ride next season.
Dude, I don't know what's going to happen down that silly season. But shout out to Chip Ganassi, riding this motherfucking ship to the grave. Another top 10 by both teams. Kurt was looking damn good. I mean, these boys are, they're here to play and show they got some skill. Up. No,
I think they both know. I think they both know only one's staying, and
yeah,
they're doing what they got to do.
They're going down swinging, boy. They're going down swinging.
Yeah, the only thing that make it better is that they got in a fight on pit road.
Oh man, I don't want both of them fight.
Who do you have your money on?
Kurt.
Yeah.
Kurt's got that psycho edge, deep, dark.
He's older. He's probably got some experience.
I think Ross is too nice. Ross is a little psycho too. Like Ross is a little crazy. We've seen some of them interviews.
Watermelon at him.
Yeah, but I think Kurt's got that like. I've seen some shit in my life.
Kurt seems like an asshole. Ross seems like he'd be a nice guy. Just
Kurt took a shot from Jimmy Spencer, so
I definitely see Kurt like squaring up, like getting the hands up and shit. Yeah.
You know what?
That's what we never seen
for that ride.
We've never seen like a team versus team fight. Like, yeah, you've had like two guys fight. I want to see like Ross and Kurt versus Christopher Bell and Martin Truex.
I feel like right now Penske would be like the closest thing you'd have, just because Brad K has never really fit into that roster well.
Penske Gibbs, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like Denny jumps
team
off
v
the roof.
Team.
Yeah, TV team like off still cage match.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun to watch.
Hey, he's fighting my teammate.
So
I don't know.
So yeah, that's Road America. I mean, I think the most positive thing to say about all of it is that we all had a good 4th of July. Go America.
I mean, it made it hard because like, oh fuck yeah, we got a race today, and I was like, man, we're going to this cookout. Like, I'd love to sit at home and drink beers and watch the race, but I'd also love to go to this cookout and get drunk and drink beers with friends. And I was like, that is another plus to Daytona was we typically race on Saturday night, whatever the date was. If the 4th was Saturday, if the 4th was Sunday, or if it was anywhere in the week, was like you got to do the race Saturday night, and you also got to celebrate 4th of July on Sunday. But this was like, I got to watch the race and celebrate 4th, which was cool. But however, I'm diverting my time. Like, I feel like an asshole at this cookout.
It was probably a lot of fun for the people that attended, though. Because you're celebrating 4th of July.
If I live in Wisconsin, I'm eating a big block of cheese and I'm going.
And then leaving because, I don't want to live in Wisconsin.
No, I don't think I would either. But I hear it was fun. I think this race is here to stay. I would put money that we see this again next year.
What do you think, Colton? We see this next year.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
At least let it ride for a couple years.
They're definitely getting away from Daytona July, so if this is going to be it, so be it. Whatever.
I mean, talking about the future of NASCAR, should we just jump right into Atlanta?
Oof. I mean, it is next on our list. I mean, we got. Most people on here probably know, but holy fuck, dude! Yesterday was like a atom bomb.
Told you guys.
An ATL bomb. Yeah.
You know, Colton, I wasn't gonna even say anything, but we had an inside horse.
Yeah.
Our man
Except Colton won't let us leak it, so it doesn't help us at all. So
no, I wouldn't let you guys leak it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay, thanks for telling
when you were
me
talking
and
about it,
not
I was
letting
like,
me.
yeah, whatever, dude, sure, Colton. And then when it was like spot on to what you said, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
The graphic like specifically said his text essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sources, dude. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. Well, next time let us leak
I'm
it.
a
Okay?
believer.
Next
Hey,
time let us leak it, or else it's just useless to us.
Yeah, well, Fan Fuel was going to leak it if anyone was.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
Shout out to Fan Fuel, my podcast.
Yeah, Colton's working. I mean, it's
y'all still
blowing up.
haven't had me on that podcast yet, so
We're working on it.
what do you mean you're working on it?
I'm gonna send you
I just texted you today and I was like, hey, want to come on the show?
Yeah, but I'm going to send you a text tonight because I got 3 other dudes. I don't just run this thing.
Yeah, you like 3 dudes.
Dakota.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm kind of his go-to. Like when Johnny tries to have me as Grand Marshal, it never works. So if you want to lose signal, just have me on your show.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, have Dakota on. That's true. So Atlanta, obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news. Colton, why don't you explain the changes since you're the one that leaked this?
Yeah. So Atlanta is going. I mean, repave was the big one, the obvious one that they really needed. But while they're going to repave it, they're also going to increase the banking in the corners to 28 degrees. They're going to increase the banking, the transitions of the straightaways, obviously, just so it's not as sharp. And they're also going to narrow the track up. I believe it's only going to be 40 feet in the corners. So it's actually going to widen out in the backstretch and then narrow up as it goes into the corners, and then widen out again in that little quad oval that they've got there. So it's going to be 40 foot wide in the corners. A lot of people think that's super narrow. That's as wide as Daytona. Which Daytona is a little bit more narrow, but it's still, I mean, you can still get 2-3 wide there pretty easy. So, I mean, those are really good. The one thing I was excited about, I don't know if it's been officially released yet, but they were talking about redoing that Thunder Ring in the middle of the Little Legends track. I haven't heard a lot of the exact specs on that, but I know they were going to do something with it while they were repaving everything. Dakota needs a bush apple.
Never had it, man.
Bush apple. I'll make fun of you.
I've never had one. They don't sell it in Georgia.
I hope you never do.
Hey, well, I think Cooper's bringing me some Sunday. So shout out Cooper LTC. I want to try one. I'm a shotgun one just for you, and I'm pretty much drinking from now till Monday. So cheers.
I'm fancy, so I drink just Coors Light.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, shout out Sterling Marley.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the changes. Honestly, Colton, when you told me, I was like, okay. I mean, it's interesting. It's definitely not as exciting as everybody was hyping up. You know, are they gonna have a casino there, Dakota? You know, all this hype around what was gonna happen.
They had a goddamn fucking picture of it. It was a whole thing.
All right, Dakota, whatever you say, man.
I could talk about this for hours.
So yeah. Obviously, now that I've thought about it, I'm like, that will change the racing quite a bit. But I think the biggest news was the backlash that we got from drivers about this. I think the thing that we are probably going to talk most about is the fact that when they were asked about these changes, if they had talked or consulted with any of the drivers, they said no. And apparently this has been an ongoing thing, that drivers are not being asked about changes at all. Some people are saying, you know, that's fine. We don't need to ask the drivers. Other people, more rational people, are saying we should probably talk to drivers.
Yeah.
I don't know. What
I feel like right now we should do like everybody in the comments. You're either drivers need to have their opinion or drivers need no opinion. What do you say? Because what the fucking hell are we doing? I'm so livid. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the fan base is either like, yeah, the drivers don't need to, you know, decide what the hell's going on. Or it's like, hey, we should totally listen to drivers. They're professional race car drivers. They probably know more about track surfaces more than anybody.
Well, God forbid anything comes out in NASCAR and all the fans agree. because that'll just never happen. We just can't do it.
You know, as positive as I'm trying to turn my life around and be, it's fucking hard sometimes because it seems like NASCAR's like, hey, what are those kids on Twitter saying? Yeah, they like that shit? Okay, let's.
Yeah, that was the best Twitter comment that I saw. Am I lagging or was that Dakota?
I think that's Dakota because I was looking at you for a minute.
That was Dakota. Okay, cool.
Dude,
that time it was Dakota.
It's a clash of internets.
The best comment I think I saw on Twitter was somebody saying like they won't take a driver's opinion, but they'll take an opinion of a 15-year-old on Twitter that doesn't even have his driver's license yet.
Dude, that one was spot
sums
on.
it up. I think that sums up kind of the situation that we're in right now with NASCAR. They're not apparently taking opinions of the drivers on how the changes they should be making towards Texas. Kyle Larson was vocal about it, but more so Denny Hamlin got to Twitter, obviously.
Dude, shout out Denny, the legend, the Dragon Slayer, Denny Hamlin. He's dropping bombs on Twitter like weekly now.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He used to be that
way.
I
love it.
I
love it.
Yeah. And he quieted down for like 2 years, and now he's back to the full-blown
I used to
Denny
be like,
form.
man, Denny's all right. Like, Denny's whatever. But then, like, the more he's, like, just fucking being a dickhead on Twitter, the more I love him.
I guess because he doesn't have a wife to sit there and like, honey, don't post that. Yeah.
Hey, shout out, cheers to Playboy Denny. I respect his swag there. Yes, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, so one thing I thought was interesting was that the clip that people have been resurfacing of Tony Stewart. How long ago was that?
So that was Nate. He's also a co-host on Fanfuel, so check that out. 2018, I want to say. 2019, probably.
Didn't they say 5 years ago, something like that?
He said 5 years ago in the video. Yeah, but it was only a couple years ago. It was right before him and Ray started working with SRX, started working on that.
And essentially, for those that haven't seen the video, he says that a group of drivers, active drivers, like went to NASCAR and sat down and told them the changes that they should be making towards the future of the sport. And NASCAR, some executive, which he would not name, I think the quote was something like, that's 180 degrees the opposite direction of where we're going. And that's when Tony said he knew NASCAR was in trouble because of the changes they were making. And in hindsight now, obviously, you can look at that and go, damn, he was right the whole time.
I think Tony is like the closest we had to like a leader figure in NASCAR. Like the 90s and the 80s had the Dale Earnhardt, the Richard Petty, who would sit the Francis down and say, look, you're fucking this up here, dude.
Very good analogy.
Yeah, the closest that we ever had to it, and NASCAR just kind of like brushed him away. It was like, no, go sit down, go drive your little cars, and go kick some dirt up, you know?
Shut up and drive.
Yeah, that's basically how he got treated.
Yeah, something I thought, I was comparing to the shut up and drive thing to the shut up and dribble thing. The difference with those two things was referring to NBA players talking about politics, whereas this is race car drivers just trying to talk about racing. I mean, it would essentially be like changing the rules of golf midway, to start the next season and not ask any golfers their opinions and just say, no, we're just changing golf.
We're going to tee off the green.
If you're going to change the rules of a sport, you would think it would make a lot of sense to at least ask the participants of that sport.
Yeah. No more grass.
Hey, what do y'all think would be a good idea? What are some, things that we could change to racetracks that y'all think would make better racing? No, let's go from the fans. The dude that drinks Bud Lights and roots for Chase Elliott.
And so, I don't think they're even asking that fan. I think they're asking the teenagers with anime.
The kids that actually answer the fan polls.
Right. Yeah. I do want to say, I see the point that you shouldn't take everything that the drivers say, because I do think there is, if we did every single thing the driver said, I mean, it might not be the best, most entertaining, at least for us. You do want some action, and maybe that action causes discomfort for the drivers, So I'm not saying 100% of the time listen to the drivers. I'm just saying you think they would at least ask them,
Right, or at least mention it before the press release.
Yeah. Hey, what would y'all think about this?
Apparently they did. Kyle Larson said he heard like early in the season what the changes they were going to make, that happens all the time to Dakota. I mean, and he always goes, I don't know what's going on. I have perfect internet connection. Yeah, I deal with this every single week. Apparently, Kyle Larson said that he was told at the beginning of the season of these changes and what was going to happen. And he said it sounded pretty terrible back then, but that he was never asked. None of the drivers were ever asked. And so apparently they were told, but what are you going to do after the fact?
Right.
Welcome back, Dakota.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Every single episode.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know.
That's every episode.
Anyways, dude, I mean, like, the new car was one thing, and it looks amazing. Have no freaking idea how it's going to race. Whatever.
Cool. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But as you know, a veteran fan, I've seen this shit before. We're going to make a whole new car and see how it races. Little did we know that was going to be some badass racing at the time. Now, looking back at it, I mean, I hope for the best. We have no... Oh, boy.
I think that is something we should address. We
That's
always
what I'm
have fire
talking about.
hats. Yep.
It's a whole thing, dude.
Stacked
Shout out
roster.
Fat Daddy TV. Check them out on Twitch.
Nice.
Dude, we have no idea how these cars are going to race. Say whatever you want about iRacing. I don't give a shit. We don't know how the cars are going to drive. However, we're going to change the whole track dynamic and repave it and banking and this and that. Awesome. This Atlanta track needed a repave 10 years ago. I have no idea why we waited this long. I do applaud that we waited. Oh, especially the AD. Oh, fuck that.
Let's go, boy.
I do appreciate that they're like, hey, we waited. Now we're gonna make some track changes and repave, and we're gonna change the dynamic. Not just we slap some new asphalt on it. There you go. Like it's the same track with new asphalt, whatever. It's gonna take 10 years to age. We're getting a different track. I appreciate that with Atlanta because I've gone to this track my whole life, and I will nod. I posted it on Twitter that this is the same surface Dale Earnhardt raced on. And shout out to him. It was awesome. Cool. We're going to get rid of it and make a whole new track. I have no idea what it's going to race like. I have no idea what the car's going to drive like. So I don't know what I'm going to see. You can watch that stupid little iRacing video all you want. I'm not taking that as to what we're going to see. I literally feel like they're trying to go for this whole 2019 mini Dega drafting package shit or whatever the hell they were going for in the All-Star. It seems like that's what we're trying to make here is like a mini Atlanta Dega, which sounds badass, but the way you're describing it actually sounds. Yeah. In hindsight,
now
though,
I'm excited.
In hindsight, though, I'm like, is this real racing or is this like roll the dice and see who comes out? I don't know. I'm kind of excited as it's going to be down the road from my house, but I'm also like, where's NASCAR headed from here? Like, are we going to do this at all the fucking tracks now? I'm also hey.
Is this going to be for 2022?
Yeah. Next year, this will be the race. Okay. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get Rattlesnake lined up.
I'm happy I got my Atlanta shit. I went and saw the old surface then. That's good.
Colton, you buy a plane ticket, I will buy you a race ticket.
Also, 4th of July themed. Folds of Honor. I got my grandpa's.
Colton, fuck your job, dude. Your job sucks. Yeah. What the hell? Hey, it's a year and a half from now. I can't get off.
Yep. I still am going to Vegas in September, though.
Vegas in September?
If
wow.
anyone from work is watching, I am going to Denver in September.
There you go.
Are you coming to Dega?
Did we talk about
this? You're a fuck.
Talk about that because they won't let me camp in the track. I'd rather do it next year.
Oh my god. What?
Isn't the track fully opened again?
The track's fully open in the fall, you bitch. Yeah.
Oh,
Dega fall race is going to be like Mardi Gras 2004. Well, like 2006 Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Dega 22, baby. Here we go.
Oh my god. You won't even come in.
You
can't get off work. You can't get off work.
I've kind of worked with my boss a little bit, letting him know, like, hey, dude, I know I only get a week paid off vacation a year, but I'm taking like 4 weeks off next year.
Do you get off weekends?
Yeah.
So take that. What? You live your life. Live your life, Colton.
What I'm going to do is take like a Friday off, fly out, Saturday, Sunday, fly back Monday. And then I'm going to do that for like fucking 6 races.
All right. Anyway.
All right. Next year, I'm holding to it.
Anyway. We're gonna stop grilling Colton on the races he can't go to, but
oh my lord, you're next.
Speaking of Atlanta, which is what we were talking about, I think I do think it's interesting that they weren't asked anything about this. And I think a good point was this is the same company that did Bristol and Texas. I think Denny Hamlin mentioned that. And what, Kentucky?
Yep.
And he was like, we're not at one of them now. You know, Texas speaks for
We
itself.
pulled
and the
one
other
of their
we had to
dates.
cover in dirt. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
dude, his tweet was like, bitch.
it was on point.
Yeah, we pulled one of their dates. We don't go to another, and we cover the other one in dirt. Like, what more do you need to say there? It was savage as fuck, dude.
It's a great point, though. It is. I mean, we really shouldn't put much trust in that company at this point.
Yeah, well, like I think Dale Jr. said one thing. Like, is there not some? I know this company's probably had some experience, but like, is there other companies we can look at? Is there other types of, I don't know, materials we can put to make the track already start aging immediately? I don't know anything about paving asphalt, but like, what's some good tracks? Michigan's took forever to age. California, I mean, it's just now getting perfect, and we're gonna tear it the fuck apart. Kentucky sucked.
Like 15 years. Yeah.
Yeah, Kansas aging now is like, look, I get we're doing a great job of repaving, but I think we're doing a little too good job of repaving. To another note, why the fuck are we not looking at Goodyear tires? I feel like that's been the problem the whole time. We talk about packages, this and that, whatever, but we don't have tire fall off at Texas, and Austin Dillon wins on 80-year-old tires. I don't, why aren't we looking at tire wear here? Tire wear creates great comers and goers, great racing, tire fall off, tire management, something Kevin Harvick used to be good at when he was good. I don't know. There's other things to look at besides spoilers and splitters to me, but
so you're saying that the tires are too good. You're saying the tires are too good that we're using?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Goodyear's doing too good a job.
I mean, they don't need to bring fucking super glued bricks to the track. Bring a softer compound. Let them run faster for 5 laps and let those shits wear out after, half a fucking run.
The only thing I can appreciate with our beautiful old Atlanta surface is that it is sandpaper because it's 87 years old, and you don't have a choice. The tires are going to wear no matter what tire you bring. So I'm definitely going to enjoy this weekend seeing the surface for one last time, the beautiful Atlanta Motor Speedway. And I have no fucking idea what I'm going to see next year, but I'm just going to be glad I'm there.
To be fair, my schedule was just not going to allow it. But now knowing that this is the last race you get to see on that surface, I am bummed that I did not schedule.
At least you went earlier this year and got.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy. It was at least the last year. I can say the last year they ran it.
So I hope that they sell pieces of the surface. Like I hope I can go online and buy a fucking.
I would totally.
That was like the dirt from Bristol.
Yeah,
I drove my truck on that track, dude.
You can buy one.
I mean, a little piece of me, a lot of me is excited for like, what is this track going to look like next year? Like, is it going to be a big bowl? And then I'm like, can I really tell 28 to 24 degrees? Maybe when the cars are on it, I don't know.
It sounds like you can. It sounds like it's just it's almost like when you lift your truck and you explain to somebody, I put a 2-inch suspension lift on my truck, and somebody's like, your truck is 2 inches taller than it was before. And it's like, no, you got to see it to fully understand like how much that is. I think it's almost like that when you get there and you see the cars on it, you're gonna be like, holy shit, that is.
Yeah, they're gonna be all fucking
right.
Again, like we've always done on this podcast, is I caught myself this within the last 48 hours on Twitter defending the track with people like, wow, Atlanta's been a snoozer for years. It's about time they repave it. Was like, well, speak for yourself if you haven't been to the fucking track in person. The racing has been pretty awesome. And if you've watched it on TV from across the country, maybe, Fox did a terrible job covering it. I don't know. But I
think it also helps that we're always blackout drunk, Dakota.
The racing has been awesome there. And it's a good historic track. I mean, Atlanta's Atlanta.
It's a historic track, I agree.
I think we get a repave, maybe a little remake on some stands and bullshit. Mm-hmm. We'll put the casino shit aside. Maybe we bring a championship race back here one day.
I would be happy with that. I'd
totally be cool with that.
I like to see them put more focus into Atlanta. I think Atlanta is almost like a
heartbeat
for NASCAR. It's right in the target demo and the market for NASCAR. It's a great historic track. I'm actually a little excited. It sounds like, the way anyone describes it to me, I'm like, well, that sounds badass. How would I not like the racing from this. Obviously, we'll see. It might suck because, like I said, it is the company that's given us, Texas and Kentucky. So we'll see.
Hey,
but maybe they learn from their
4
mistakes.
times, maybe hit it out of the park on the 5th.
That's what I'm saying. They might have learned from they're essentially doing the opposite of Texas. So I think maybe they're learning from their mistakes and they're trying to figure it out. I do think, overall there is a bigger issue of no one asking the opinion of NASCAR while they're changing things about the sport. Colton, you had a good tweet. Do you have that up where you essentially listed, like, here's the things that we should talk to drivers about. Here's the things that we can talk to fans about. I really liked that tweet.
Yeah, I can pull it up. So I tweeted this morning, things that NASCAR should listen to the drivers about was track configurations, package rules, whether or not to have practice, and then the on-track rules, regulations. And then things NASCAR should listen to fans about, the amenities, the schedule changes, the commercial frequency, race length, like things that
home run out of the park.
Racing experience, talk to the drivers. Fan experience, talk to the fans.
Right. Bingo. That's exactly
it. It seems like they do the opposite.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think that summed it up perfectly. I mean, in Tony Stewart's video, he essentially said the person that told him they're doing 180-degree opposite of what the drivers want to see was some executive, some bigwig that had, he's just been an executive in different sports leagues and different sports companies. He's never driven a car, and I think the same, right. And I think the same problem lies in the fan experience because the decisions that they make are coming from these bigwig executives that don't even attend the races. And if they do, they're going to be up in some kind of suite. They've never been down there in the nitty gritty drinking beers with the fans. The person that started the sport did. That's why he started it. He understood the sport. After that, it became all about the money, all about these, bigwig executives that don't live the fan experience. And so I think it goes both ways.
Yeah.
How many times we heard these like old school stories back in the day where like, Bill France pulled him in his office and they talked shop and this is where the sport's headed. This is what we want advice on. And this is what Dale Earnhardt said needed to happen. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt made diecast, blah, blah, blah. But then now it's like, hey, this is what we're doing. Did y'all hear about this? No, I found out on Twitter. Like, that's how drivers are finding out news, it seems, is they're finding out on Twitter when NASCAR releases it.
Yeah. Yeah, they have fucking board meetings in suits, hopping out of their fucking Rolls Royce.
Dude, it reminds me of Toy Soldiers, where they're like, the latest and greatest toy coming out, da-da-da, and they're like, the kids aren't going to like that. It's like, the drivers aren't going to like that, but it's like, go fuck yourself.
That was a wild reference. But yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. Come on.
I think that happens anytime somebody creates a company and they're passionate about the product, right? They're a real fan of the product, the thing that they're creating. It becomes very successful, and they hand it off to their children who don't really give a shit. All they care about is keeping that money coming in, because I guarantee his kids moved out to Manhattan and went to Ivy League schools. They were never NASCAR fans. Let's be real, and essentially that's what's happened to NASCAR overall. I think it's really hurt the fan experience, and I think most fans are aware of it. And now we're starting to understand a little bit more how negative it is on the driver's side, where they're also not being talked to, which is something I really didn't think about until all this has come out.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. It's, and especially the older fans. I mean, we're kind of in this weird transition of the old fans who grew up in the 70s, 80s, watching it, hanging out at the track, and then to this newer age where we grew up with more of the TV coverage, all diecasts everywhere and shit like that. You kind of have this overlap. It's kind of a weird transition period. To your point, like, I don't think that Brian France really grew up liking NASCAR. He just wanted that money coming in,
Right. Well, he never went to races. I mean, that's a fact. He never attended races. He wouldn't attend anything. And that just goes to show.
To the older fan, it's really hard to sell when someone grew up watching Cale Yarborough, Davey Allison, whichever, that the best race car driver in the world is this 22-year-old kid who played video games.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's really hard to sell him that this 27-year-old kid is the best in the world when he's got Kevin Harvick out there, fucking wheeling and dealing every week, that grew up sliding race cars around every weekend. I mean, you're looking at William Byron versus, fucking Kyle Larson even, right? I mean, two completely different fucking backgrounds, and you're trying to sell them both as superstars. It doesn't really work when we come from an era of Davey Allison, Bobby Allison.
Yeah, I mean it's the constant struggle of once the money comes in, the quality of the product will start to go down. So it's just the constant struggle of trying to keep both of them because you want the money. Obviously we all want money in the sport, but you also want the good product. So it's just a constant struggle, unfortunately. We'll see. We'll see what happens to Atlanta. I don't know what else there is to say at this point.
One thing I always wonder, maybe I was too young in the early 2000s, late 2000s. I remember a lot. But it's like, did we have all this fucking bitching from the fan base back then?
We didn't
Did
have
NASCAR give a shit back then?
Nope.
No, it was like, hey, this is a race. Show up or don't fucking watch it. We don't care. I know money was a lot more abundant back then, but it's like, dude, the stands were packed. People were at the races camping. It was a huge thing. People just loved that NASCAR was at the home track or that it was close enough to go to. And I remember the stands being packed and everything. It's great we're getting back to that. But it's like, I feel like NASCAR's like, please, yeah, we'll repave it. We'll put the cars closer. Just stop yelling at us.
Well, we didn't have Twitter back then.
I know. I'm just saying, I think it's social media and the way the whole generation and society's headed. And, I mean, the future of NASCAR, where do we go from here? Are we going to repave every track and make it a short track road course or fucking mini Dega? I don't know. I've also seen a lot of rendering about should tracks have multiple dates. I'm like, if you take away my fucking second Dega race and my second Daytona race, I'm going to fucking get livid. Okay. Do whatever you want with all the tracks. You've already fucked Bristol. If you take away my 4 super speedways, I'm going to get fucking pissed as hell. I love the, let's go to tracks once, Dover, whatever idea. That's fine. But, you start taking away some of these legendary tracks and only give them one date. I'm not about it.
And let's be honest, tracks aren't going to one date until SMI owns 25 tracks on the circuit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Probably. Well, people are saying, so will Atlanta get 2 dates next year? And they're like, probably. And being a local, ATLian, is like, that's cool, but I don't think Atlanta should get 2 dates. I mean, honestly, I think we should spread the wealth, but then I'm also like, just keep 2 Daytona and Daytona races. But I only say that because I can go to them.
Well, and even at that, without going to 17 road courses a year, there aren't that many facilities in the country that can host NASCAR races. I mean, all of the ovals that are to host NASCAR races either are already on the schedule or they're a truck series race. I mean, I look at Gateway is the only other one I can really think of. Iowa, maybe.
I was gonna say Iowa as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
But even at that,
I'm cool with going back to IRP.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
Easily throw up fucking stands in a ton of short tracks around the country and make it a fucking 65 race schedule and just tour like the World of Outlaws do. Just go everywhere.
Hot gossip.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we should probably get more into on the podcast is dirt track racing,
Whether that be perfect truck series schedule laid out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I love how you're always brainstorming when no one's asking you to.
70-something races, yeah. They just tour like the World of Outlaws do, and then every once in a while they'll hit a big track and come home for a couple days and then tour back out and go to all these other little tracks.
Make it maybe more affordable to get into.
Yeah.
I can't stand the fans that are like, the season's too long. I'm like, dude, we've already shortened it enough. We're doing double headers.
Yeah,
right. This is the one sport I get to watch all year, and as long as it is, it flies by in my life. And I was telling my buddies at work, I was like, you know what sucks? Our diehard football fans, you have to wait 8 months in your off season. I was like, I bitch about 2. 2's too long.
And hard.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude, November, December, January, I'm like, what do I do with my life?
What do I do on my Sundays? Yeah.
What the fuck? But, I think the season's perfect. I think we should stop fucking with stuff and just let's enjoy some races and quit changing everything. However, I do appreciate the hot gossip bombshell news that happens almost daily in our sport.
Yeah.
You ever notice that with Twitter?
It definitely helps us.
News drops weekly. There's some huge story every fucking week. I'm like, dude, oh shit. And when this one drops, we forget last week's news. Yeah. Atlanta news drops. No one gives a shit about Trackhouse. Oh my God, Atlanta. Next week we'll be talking about some other silly season stuff. But it's like, dude, every week something crazy.
Brad Keselowski is about to be a team owner Have we
No one
forgot
gives
about
a
this?
shit. That's 3 weeks ago. That's the old
Jeff
news.
Gordon's no longer in the booth. I mean,
that's Monday shit. It's Wednesday now. Yeah.
It's just there's so much shit.
It's like weekly something happens in our sport where we're like, oh.
Yep. WWE, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it is
Friday.
manipulated. As an old school wrestler fan, I don't know, man. I'm 20 years invested, so I can't, I'm gonna take this to the grave. But it's like almost like it's like a okay, if that's if that's what you're gonna do to your hair now, I guess whatever.
I've been saying this for a while. At what point? What is the line that you say I'm done?
Well,
there
I'll
has
tell
to
you
be one, right?
at the end of this, the biggest problem I fucking have still is the fucking number change. I'm still fucking livid.
I'm with you on that.
I can't even
100%.
I can't even look her in the eyes. I'm so fucking pissed about the number move.
If the cars don't look like NASCAR's, then what is it anymore? Yeah, I agree. I mean, you have to have an identity.
IMSA is the day I'm done.
You have to have an identity.
Wait, what was it, Colton?
IMSA. The day they start looking like IMSA, I'm fucking done.
Well, it's like next year, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should probably walk away. Have you seen the cars? I mean,
it wouldn't be so bad if everyone had the same fucking sponsor every week.
Yeah.
You're like John Force.
Yeah.
He always had the Castro car every fucking week, and you knew who that was. But I mean, think of how hard it's going to be to tell fucking Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney apart most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Even some weeks watching Austin Dillon and Martin Truex Jr. If they both run past Pro Shop schemes, I'm done. I'm like, I don't know who's who. Like they're so similar.
Dude, I don't know. I'm so like. I'm gonna still be here, but that one right there pisses me off the fucking most is the number change. I know we're going down rabbit holes, but like, you change the cars, repave Atlanta, whatever the fuck y'all. Spoilers, I don't care. I'm gonna watch. Because the number change, I mean,
So Dakota, if you're saying they changed the numbers, you're done.
No, I'm gonna watch. I'm just like fucking mad.
Okay,
as hell.
So
I'm
you
pissed.
still haven't told me. There has to be a line, right, where it says if you cross this line, I'm done.
Oh man, I don't know.
The day that you 2 beers in the stands.
I think you have to.
That's a good one.
I think to be a good fan, you have to say there's a line because if there isn't, they can do anything, and you'll keep giving them.
You're pretty much just letting them spit in your mouth.
Right. Which sometimes I'm into, but usually I have to pay you.
The Coolers was a big hit for me. Shit really sucked at Nashville. But man, I'm trying. Let me spitball here. They pissed me off enough.
It's pretty when you stop to think about it, like what would be my line, and everybody I think should do this. Stop and think about like what is it that I say I no longer support NASCAR. I don't attend races. I don't watch the races. It's just an interesting thing to stop and think because you'll start to think about it and you'll go, well, fuck, they're rumoring that too. Yeah. And you go, well, that's also rumored. Like every single line in your head is probably already rumored. So it is kind of scary the direction they're going.
Yeah.
I mean, we keep slowing down the cars.
Maybe let's just get rid of the people that run the sport and just have the fans and the drivers. Fans run fan experience, drivers run driver experience, and then
I almost wonder if fucking like a big strike would do that. Like if we took a week, I mean, not necessarily drivers, but like all fans that fucking hated this shit banded together and they had 12 people go to fucking Texas. Like if they would be like, oh shit, maybe we should start.
And no one watch either.
Yeah, one of our previous fans tried doing something like that, but he was a little
like it'd have to be weeks in the fucking making, and we'd have to make sure like we get it on. It'd have to be organized by like fucking Dale Jr. All right, like that's the extent we'd have to go.
Well, that's the thing. We would need the drivers on the fan side also. Everyone would have to come together for this.
I mean, I think they are. Did you guys listen to Clint Boyer's Dale Jr. download?
No, I still haven't made it there because it was
even when he was driving, he's like, man, we need to make these things harder to drive. You know, it was super fun when I came in and we were hanging these things out every lap, but now they're just fucking boring.
Yeah, I've heard that's a common complaint.
They're starting to be more
too easy to drive.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why we see a lot of guys start going dirt racing more. Chase Elliott and all them are starting to drive more late models, drive more dirt cars. We never fucking saw that.
How many times we see guys like get loose and just save it? Like he would have spun out there, 10 years ago, but he just saved it. Ryan Blaney into turn 1 at the All-Star Texas.
Yeah, exactly. No, how many times during qualifying did you see a guy back it into the fence? I mean, it was at least once a week, just because they were trying so damn hard. Now we don't even have qualifying. What the fuck is this? Yeah.
Is this another thing we need to go down? Because this whole no practice, no qualifying shit. I think we need qualifying back. I think maybe we could do a practice qualifying combo. I get whatever we're gonna transition this year with COVID last year, but people were bitching about qualifying at Road America. I know it got fucked up, but they can fix that. But it's like I feel like we need at least a practice session with qualifying.
Yeah.
I bring that back. If that's not back next year, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
All right, well, Colton, I want you maybe next week to tell me what your line is, and we'll come up with a agreed upon line that we don't cross or we quit. And if NASCAR ever goes across it, me and you spend all the effort we spend into NASCAR on to boycotting them and trying to get everybody in on it.
We'll be the PETA of NASCAR. Yeah.
Oh God!
Don't
I
say
don't
that.
think. I don't
now
think that's
now I'm out. Now I'm out. All right,
that.
I'm the marketing guy. You don't fucking market this at all. This boycott, I'm marketing. I'll market it as America, and everybody will be on board. You market it as PETA, and I'm quitting.
Oof. I like this boy. Shout out Rusty. Hey, Rusty Faldega, let a boy know.
Rusty, best in the game. We're all just trying to be as good a people as Rusty.
Hey, shout out Rusty. Was at Road America, dude. He was
the one that does like the fucking phones. The diecast is a phone.
Yeah, he's a big Noah G fan. Big Noah G fan, underground Kevin fan. He won't admit
it. No, he's too good for that. He's the nicest guy in all of NASCAR. That's the best way to sum him up.
If you ever have any questions about NASCAR gaming, he's your guy to talk to.
Yeah, he's awesome. Actually, Rusty, we got to get you back on once the new NASCAR. It's not NASCAR Heat anymore, but
it's NASCAR
once that
something.
Comes out. NASCAR something.
I was messaging. I literally was messaging. I was messaging Rusty today about going to Dega, and I said, "Boy, if you need Dega help, advice, tickets, you let me know."
Just come camp with us, right, Dakota?
I'm working on it.
Rusty,
he's hard to convince.
Us, dude.
He's such a nice guy. We're such degenerates.
We really are.
I'm trying to bring him to the dark side.
Big
you know what I'm saying?
Of shit. So,
yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, Rusty. We love you here. Yeah, Dakota. Ooh. All this talk about Atlanta, but you will be there this weekend.
Oh man, dude, I was literally thinking about the other day. I was like, how many fucking races have I been to this year? This is getting out of hand. I'm starting to have a record. It's my record year. Shout out Eric Church. I am fucking going to all these races. I'm loving it. Atlanta 2, running it back. I'm sad you won't be here, but I'm gonna be getting rowdy this weekend. Got a lot of friends coming. Gonna meet up, shotgun a couple beers. Garage guys are gonna be in town. It's gonna be fun. Oh, boys, that's what I'm talking about.
No, I was showing you my koozie, my Atlanta.
Oh, we were all cheersing you.
Yeah,
I'm speaking the truth here.
I got my Atlanta merch on just for you, Dakota. I was with you when I got this stuff.
So, Atlanta's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be the last race on the service, so I'm gonna soak it in and enjoy it. I don't give a fuck what NBC shows. I'm sure it'll be great with their coverage, but I'm just going to enjoy the race. Whatever happens, happens. I know who I'd probably put my money on. I'm just going to enjoy the race for what it is, man. I'm optimistic. It's Atlanta. It's going to be fun. The weather's looking, half and half. I'll take it for what it is. Georgia sucks on weather, but it's going to be hot, slick, and fun. I don't know why this was not a night race. I felt like you got 2 Atlanta dates, make one a day and a night. That's a fucking shoe-in for a summer night race. This would have been huge, but it's still going to be fun. Fuck Kentucky. We swiped their date. Atlanta has 2 races. I'll take it.
RIP Kentucky. Speaking of who you'd put your money on, you want to go into at the line picks?
Boy, Colton, are you ready? Are you ready to dish this out, boy?
Fucking bring it, dude.
Dakota likes to make these up on the fly. He pretends like he prepares.
No,
but
I wrote these down like a week ago, dude. Come on.
Let me see it. Hold up your phone.
White screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's loading.
Prepares.
That's a grocery.
I am always prepared. And how good are they usually?
They're pretty solid. That's why
they are pretty solid. So hush. All right. Starting as our, first round pick, we're going to go first draft. Who we got here? I mean, I'm not giving up on my boy yet. And I'm just going to take it for what it is. We're going to go the 4 of Kevin Harvick versus the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Who we got at the line?
Martin Truex Jr.
No, what? It's
Harvick.
Atlanta. Thank you, Colton. Thank you, man. This Dakota guy's.
Wow.
Dude, are you serious?
What?
Am I
It's
lagging
still
that bad?
old
It's
fucking
only when we
Twitter.
have 3 people on. God, Jesus. Yeah, Harper Hawk. What a great name. What a douche.
Made it when I was in college. Yeah.
Ugh. All right. This will be a good one. At the line, second round, who we got? Bubba Wallace or Eric Jones?
That's actually a good one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yeah.
Bubba Wallace.
I ain't fucking playing.
Bubba Wallace. He did pretty well here when I was watching him in Atlanta. So, I don't even remember where he finished. Thinking back, I just remember watching him. He was throwing really ugly blocks. It was like stage 2 or stage 1.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember what Eric Jones did here. When I was drunk at the race, so it's hard for me to remember.
I will say, Bubba has good runs during the middle of the race.
Yeah.
Just can't fucking finish it out. I think he's going to do it this week, Bubba.
Okay, we're both going Bubba.
Ooh, wow. All right. Well, I don't know if I'd pick that guy. I'll go Eric Jones. Go Eric Jones, my boy Eric, with his weird sponsors he has every week. Ooh, one I just thought of that I really like here. Stage winner this year. He's been fast sometimes. Chris Buescher or Ricky Stenhouse Jr.?
I'm going to go Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I think he finished 12th.
Fuck you.
What? You're going to go Chris Buescher?
Yeah. Fuck Stenhouse.
Ooh,
wow. Where did Buescher finish in Atlanta 1 this year?
I don't know. They were both solid, I think.
I'm pretty sure Stenhouse finished like 12. He was like just outside top 10, I think. He's had a pretty good year. But I mean, so was Buescher.
Let me see. Let me pull it up here.
I mean, why are you picking Buescher?
Because fuck Stenhouse. That's it.
Why?
Hey, Stenhouse is pretty cool, man. He works out.
That's cool. Yes.
You're just jealous.
Not
Stenhouse. Got the bang Danica and then Ditcher.
Ooh, wow, savage! What a savage!
I think she ditched him. If you want to get into the TMZ part,
that's how she'll present it.
You guys remember the race?
Debatable. Okay,
that's how she'll.
I think she is a closet psycho. She looks like a
guy
psycho
from Mississippi with a mullet.
Buescher, first Atlanta. Buescher got 7th.
Oh shit! That is pretty good.
All right. I think Buescher was pretty fast that day. I'm not going to lie. I was going to take Buescher as well because I think Mustangs are going to bring some speed this week. We'll see how those Camaro noses do. 4th round. I feel like this one's a little, great off his second place run. This other guy's been kind of fading lately. He's been hot on Twitter. Christopher Bell or Denny Hamlin? Ooh, hey, damn, Pat Daddy with the say. He's a Stenhouse.
You know what? Just because he just froze.
What?
Just because he froze, I'm gonna put that one back up. Put that back up.
Why are we blaming my internet? Anyways,
you're the
I'm
only
going
one
to Christopher Bell or the 11 or Denny Hamlin. Who we got? Fuck
I think
you.
That's the worst one. That's the worst one you've given me. Obviously, I'm taking Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, Hamlin.
Oh, well, I just thought somebody had some momentum off their second place finish. Whatever. Hamlin's been irrelevant for like 8 weeks in a row.
He's still like
all right,
30 points.
Yeah, well, if you have a 150 point lead and you fuck up 8 weeks in a row,
and he had a 150 point lead, that's the point.
Yeah, that was 8 weeks ago. Denny, I need to step it up. Let's get the W. All right,
that was a terrible
all right,
one.
I saved the best for last. Go fuck yourself. Right. Hometown boy, the 9 of Chase Elliott, or the 18 of Kyle Busch.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what? I am gonna go Kyle Busch here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyle.
I'm also gonna go Kyle because I think
Chase is no Larson. He can't repeat it.
No, and I think Chase has always had kind of some shitty luck here. I think he's got like a 7th once. He's kind of always. Ooh, Cheyenne, look at you! Oh, look at that! Look at that! I seen a boy in that picture.
That's just Colton pretending to be a girl. He can't get a girlfriend.
Colton's burner account. I think Kyle is really fast here. If nothing fucks him up, I think he could contend to win. Watch out for that 18. He's running Skittles too, and it always seems like if he's running Skittles, it shit's fast as hell.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And that's your pick for at the line.
I really want to look back at this, and I really hope, nothing against Chris Buescher, but I want Stenhouse to beat Buescher just so I can rub it in Colton's face.
You want to put like a $1 bet on it?
Dollar bet.
I still got to send you your giveaway too. So I mean,
oh, you son of a bitch!
Send a dollar with it.
I was just gonna
bill in there.
Sunglasses and send it right back.
Yeah, that's fair. I was waiting on my shit to send you the sunglasses. Let's do our 2 picks, lock of the week and our wild card pick. Colton, you want to start off? You're the guest.
Which one do I do first?
Whichever you
weeks.
want.
We'll go around and do lock of the weeks.
Lock is Larson.
Damn it.
Easy.
I think we were all gonna pick that car.
I don't even need to explain it. Yeah.
Dakota, you got anything different
for lock of the week?
Yeah.
The 24 William Byron. I'm gonna pick a Hendrick car. Chevys are fast regardless. I'm picking the 24 William Byron.
Yeah, I think the second pick most people would have is Chase Elliott, but I would actually I would pick Kyle Busch.
I feel like he's got some
Elliott.
black magic at Atlanta. It doesn't like him.
Yeah, I would go Kyle Busch since Larson's off the table.
Solid pick. We just talked about him. I think the 18's gonna be fast. I just picked 18 like last week, so I didn't want to pick him again.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, wild card. What do we got?
Ooh.
Does my guy in the 12 count?
No.
Fuck.
No, he has a win.
If he has a win this year, he does not count as a wild card.
Especially win at the track this year.
Yeah, we were here last time. How's he a wild card?
Wild card this week.
Well, how would he even be? What made you think that?
I'm just making sure. All right.
He's probably one of the most likely.
Yeah, he's in the playoffs.
He's not a Hendrick driver, so I mean, he's a wild card.
He won here earlier this year.
So I mean, I just got to make sure the rules are.
That was terrible.
Yeah. Just when you think he's smart.
Is going to be Matt DiBenedetto in that 21. He's been picking up speed. He finished 11th first race of the year here. He's been doing good. I don't know that he might not sneak a win out by the time the year's over. He's been running pretty fucking good.
Yeah, maybe cool at Daytona.
Yeah, I mean Daytona, yeah, right, but
right. All right, to cut up.
He's like, fuck this, I'm out. They picked my guys.
I told you it happens every episode. There you go. This Dakota guy, he has shitty internet. Should I even let him back in when he tries to come back in? I kind of don't want to. I kind of just want to leave him in the waiting room.
I'm not gonna.
You know what? I'll do my wild card and make Dakota wait. And then in the waiting room, and I'll just keep making him wait. I'm gonna go Austin Dillon.
There you go. What do you get? It's your sixth.
Yeah, I was gonna say he finished right outside like top 5. He did really well here earlier this year, and he's got to get a win this year. Like he's been putting together good runs. He's in the playoffs and points. I did say he might just point his way in early on this year, but I'd like to see him guarantee it with a win. And who knows? Maybe he can do it here. I want him to do it before his teammate does it, because that would look bad. The optics on that would not be good. All right, Dakota, you're back now.
I don't know what the fuck it is, dude. Anyways.
I do with your internet. It's shitty.
My internet isn't shitty. It's only when there's 3 people in shit. God damn it. So.
Colton's in the middle of nowhere.
My wild card. We talked about him earlier. Oh, the boy is a little bit of a crazy madman. Got wrecked here in the spring, running in 6th. The man of Kurt Busch is going to be my wild card pick. I think he could actually, he's been running good lately. Put some things together, get up there front, late restart. He's got the balls to do it. He makes these, late race, climactics. Kurt Busch gets the dub as my wild card.
Is Kurt Busch a wild card?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. When was his last win? You tell me. I'll give you $1 if you tell me. I'll give you $1. Yeah, for real. Austin Dillon's in the playoffs right now. Kurt Busch
his last win was in the playoffs last year.
I know what it was. I was asking him.
Isn't Kurt Busch in the playoffs right now though too?
In 16th?
Barely, yeah.
So is Austin's probably like what 14th or 15th.
I meant like hasn't won this year. I mean, I can repick if you want.
Kurt was running like shit until like a month
ago. If Austin Dillon is, Kurt definitely is. What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, Austin Dillon has. I mean,
Kurt was like 22nd in points like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's been plugging away lately, man.
He's also a championship driver. That's my only.
Oh my god, Jesus!
He is.
Kurt is totally a wild
card. He's not a championship
Chip
driver.
Ganassi Racing, dude.
Yeah. All right. Fine. I'll allow it. That's a close.
I wasn't asking. I think I've picked Kurt before.
You know what? Now you don't get it. Just because that attitude.
I don't even care. I don't even care. Ooh, that was my second pick.
I like that. See, that one I like. Like.
Ross was my second pick if you were going to bullshit about Kurt.
Well, I did bullshit about Kurt, and you didn't pick Ross. Somebody else did.
Well, shout out Fat Daddy TV.
All right. Well, Colton, once again, thanks for coming on. I promise I will send you a pair of Yeats at some point.
I'm going to send you my address like fucking as soon as we get off.
Okay, and I'll send you mine. You send me. I won shit on your show before you won it on mine. I still haven't got mine. You never sent me your
address. I asked you.
Didn't ask.
Yeah, bullshit. I'll pull up the screenshot. Also, I'll post it on Twitter so everyone can see.
I don't recall.
Lord.
I think this is fake news. Also, he knows how to work Photoshop. Don't believe anything he posts.
Yeah, he is. I mean, can't trust him as far as you can throw him. However, you can't trust him on NASCAR news.
Dig it, titty boys. Let's go back and see.
Hey, no, we don't ever release anything from that chat. All right, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Never release anything there.
Oh man.
All right, thanks for coming on once again. This will not be the last time you come on the episode.
One of our fan favorites.
We are brought to you by.
Yeah, a couple more this year. I'm on 5 already.
We are brought to you by Yeats. Look at my face. Look at Dakota's face. Go to yeatsofficial.com. 10% off discount code Chairgatin. We are also brought to you by Yeti. If you're going to buy anything Yeti, use our link. It'll be in the description. It's not there right now because I forgot to put it there, but I'll put it there later. All right? It's going to be there eventually. Colton, any shout outs you want to give before we hop off?
Shout out to Fan Fuel. Go check out our episode. We actually recorded it before the Atlanta news, and we talk all about the Atlanta news. We go into depth on it. And this was recorded on Monday night, right before the release of it. I don't know, Sunday. I don't fucking know. It was a long weekend. Other than that, y'all have a good one.
Hey, boy, Colton, we appreciate you. Everybody, we're going to be out at Atlanta this weekend. Follow the page and be posting some crazy wild shit, throwing beers all over my sexy body. It's going to be lit.
At Chairgatin, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Dakota will be posting titty pics. We just got demonetized. Thanks. Bye.
Hey.